album concept hour. The album concept hour. It's the album concept hour.
Yes, Nate, I'm just waiting for it to fade out, and then I'm clicking the studio mode.
Welcome
Welcome to the Album Concept Hour. Yeah, I haven't figured it out yet. Welcome to the Album Concept Hour. I am your host, Brad LeBaron, and we are here for a very Merry Christmas episode of the Album Concept Hour. I'm very happy to have John and Dave with us. How you guys doing?
Yeah.
Sleepy Dave's here.
Sleepy Dave is
Merry
here.
Christmas, everybody.
Sleepy Dave.
Happy holidays to everybody.
Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah, Happy I'm missing
Festivus.
some. Festivus for the rest of us, of course. And then and just a regular everyday day for some people.
Listen,
Some people just
everybody
with Christmas this year. I think.
everybody has goodwill
towards all things.
towards all things,
Towards all men and
everybody.
women and chickens.
and chickens.
everything,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. Let's let's all celebrate together.
There's a reason all those holidays were organized into 1 month.
Yeah, mostly so we could all have the same day off or whatever.
Of
you know what I mean?
course.
But we watched. If you were following us, we just watched the John Denver and the Muppets, A Christmas Together, and that's from 1979. And we're going to discuss the songs from the album as well as talk about the special that we just watched. But before we get into that, we're gonna have a very Christmassy version of What Have We Been Listening To, the segment we start the show off with to kind of catch up with each other on our music stuff. Also, I've decided this is also a place in the podcast for music news, if there's any music news. You know what I mean? Because there's always something, you know what I mean? So I'll start today, and then we'll go to Nate, and then did I introduce you, Nate? We got Nate on the podcast.
We got Nate.
Everybody, I'm here.
Everybody, Nate's on the
from Music
podcast.
Movies Tonight. You
Yes, and other YouTubes.
know? We're really having a Christmas party.
I'm
tonight,
Troy
you know?
McClure.
It's
You
nice.
may remember me from such
Specials as.
What I've been listening to this week has been a lot of JPEG Mafia. I saw JPEG Mafia last Friday, and it was a really, really good show. Just fucking the entire crowd was jumping and excited. So I went in and actually moshed. I don't usually mosh. Dave, you're usually more the mosh guy
I'm out there sometime.
in this group, but I went out there for at least like half the show and had a really great time. JPEG killed it. It was one thing I took away from it is it's a lot more treble than your average hip hop show. You know what I mean? There's plenty of bass, but JPEG knows how to use the treble too. So anyway, JPEG Mafia was a lot of fun. Sorry about the buzzing, guys. I forgot. Oh fuck, I forgot to fix that. That's what I've been listening to. Mostly some JPEG and related artists. And I kind of fucked up at the Music League this week. I forgot to vote, and I lost all my points for it this week.
Oh no!
Yeah. So apologies
No,
to
bro.
any of the music group that listens to the show. Of course I listen to the John Denver stuff, but we'll talk about that. What about you, Nate? What have you been listening to lately? Yeah, or any music news on your side of
Well,
the
the
music
last
world?
time that you asked me this question on this show or a show in your universe orbit, I was
the
like,
Flyover State
I
Park
pointed
universe?
out how I was still a top listener of Megadeth in October of 2024.
Yes.
This month I didn't really get that, but I got my YouTube Wrapped, and it was not surprisingly, like a lot of Baroness and Megadeth
Mm-hmm.
and Minecraft. But this month in particular, I've been Minecraft soundtrack because
Do you
at work,
listen to that to fall asleep or something?
No, actually,
Okay.
weirdly, sometimes I'll play the Minecraft music. I'm a front desk person, and
Yeah.
when people are coming in for interviews and they're just sitting there and don't like the silence all the
Yeah.
time, so I'll sometimes play that Minecraft music for them, and they actually it's very soothing.
Yeah, it's perfect.
It's
And
some
so that
pretty
became my top
Yeah.
artist for the year because I played it so much at work
That'd be a
on my
great,
account.
yeah, that'd be a great waiting room experience.
Yeah. But But ultimately, I would plug Overkill this month, but not for any particular reason, just because I just got back into. They're this band, thrash metal band that are lesser known.
Yeah.
From New Jersey.
Joyzy.
Joyzy, yeah, and their mascot is Charlie. He's
They got a mascot.
yeah. They've
Okay.
got he's a skeleton skull with like horns and then bat wings.
Tight.
And a lot of people think that Avenged Sevenfold stole that from them, and I think I've mentioned that on like a maybe like a side B.
Oh, okay.
point.
Interesting.
But yeah, they have like 25 something albums, and I'm trying out the ones that I thought I wouldn't like as much. They're a lot of the same flavor. They're an Iron Maiden essentially, but anyway.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of their flavor. Yeah.
Area. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're the Iron Maiden of thrash, in my opinion. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Honestly, that sounds pretty
That's
good.
Pretty good. Yeah.
That sounds.
That's a good endorsement. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hope you like them.
Hope you like them. Let us know.
Yeah.
Let us know if we increased your love of these groups.
The metal.
What about you, Dave? You been jamming on anything new or any cool music news that you're aware of?
So with music been jamming on. We got we spent a few time messing around with our kitchen because we got a new dishwasher. We had to unplug the old one. We're putting the new one in tomorrow, but we need some. I wanted some like energy while we're like fucking around with the dishwasher. So had Iron Maiden, Some Sun threw the record on while we were just messing around the kitchen.
Okay.
For music, just a lot of Brother Ali after I found out he was coming in town in a couple days. So it's getting
you mentioned that.
getting jazz. Like, do I go see it? Maybe.
Yeah.
Not bad price, and it's Majestic, which is just a nice size. The perfect size venue I like.
Yeah. Majestic is a good size.
It's not too big. It's not like that. The Barrymore, like kind of perfect for me.
Yeah.
Like anything bigger, I just like not a fan of. But
there's like one of them that like it's like the angle almost makes me like nauseous or something. Like I don't have to drink much, and then like I think it's that location, but yeah,
maybe.
Anyway, it might just be what I'm drinking when I'm at the the venue.
Maybe some homemade. Sneak some stuff in.
No, it's just it was they had what was it called? Like turbo something. Some beer.
Turbo Tax?
Warp Speed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I would always get Warp Speed when I was at that venue.
You got me.
And
yeah, that was the kitchen you
hits you
worked at.
fast.
Music news?
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to have music news. I just wanted to introduce that as an idea for this segment, just because.
Did see a poster. Our main Nico is quitting drumming.
Yeah.
So his last show was going to be was a few days ago. I think they played Brazil or Rock in Rio. I think they played Rio. Yeah, one of their bigger shows they have. So I think that was the last show he went out on. So just a few nights ago.
Dang, that's a long.
I think they found a replacement for him already. But,
I think.
But I'm sure that they already had it lined up. And
it wasn't
the best wishes for him. And
probably my knees literally can't handle this anymore.
It was. I mean, there's like the touring life is definitely tough. I mean, when they're a band that tours nonstop.
Well, I don't know how drummers do it as long as they do sometimes, because like they
have to have so much energy.
Yeah, so many parts of your body are moving.
I mean, the former drummer of Megadeth, Nick Menza, recently, in like the last 10 years, died of a heart attack on stage in his own like solo thing.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Damn, that's
it's
like some Vince Guaraldi shit.
Some fucking like die doing what you love, but I mean.
Well, I mean, I always wonder how the Def Leppard guy does it.
That guy with one arm.
The drummer, with one arm and stuff.
Oh,
but he
that's
does
that's just pure determination,
band,
man.
He turned one of his other legs into an arm.
Well, because he came back after the accident, and they're like, no, we found the technology.
It's a Christmas miracle.
Give it a shot.
It's a Christmas miracle.
If you think you can come back, and he
well, yeah, I mean, Travis Barker did that once too.
He lost an arm?
Well, no, he lost an arm once. He grew it back. He grew it back.
Brachiamendo, bitches.
Just a scratch.
No, but he was in some kind of accident. It wasn't the big airplane accident that like brought them back together, but he was in an accident and his arm was just, busted. So he ended up doing a very similar thing with his drum set. John, what have you been listening to?
Actually, some Lonely Island.
Oh, okay.
Because let me tell you, these kids don't know what Lonely Island is at work. Like,
oh yeah.
Well, you know, because like I was working with him, and he was like teaching me some shit, and he was like, "Yeah, man, I love Akon, man," because we were listening to an Akon song, and I was like, "Yeah, man, Akon's great," you know, like, and I was like, "Yeah, the shit he did with Lonely Island is it's just excellent," and he was like, well, I don't know, I don't know what that is, and I'm just reminded of my age, you know, because that was so big. You know, like all the stuff they did, like Justin, you know, like Dick in a Box.
Well, yeah, like that was definitely
Lover,
a really
church classic.
Yeah, big.
I just you know, or On a Boat.
Yeah.
On a Boat, motherfucker.
Yeah,
you know, just really, really, really good
well,
stuff.
that one
you know?
album, like a lot of those were like really big, like YouTube hits and stuff. Like,
well, that was the early age. That's actually why it hit so hard, because they did Lazy Sunday.
That's right. Yeah, that was the precursor
hits on YouTube.
Yeah,
it was just a couple minutes long. You know.
Yeah. And there was the
Lazy
Chronicles of Narnia.
The Chronicles of Narnia.
You know. Yeah.
I got one thought on music news other than what other people have said, by the way.
Yeah.
Did anybody else hear about the fact that some people were mad about their Spotify Wrapped?
Oh.
What were they mad about?
So
just
like
the weird genre.
It was
AI stuff.
I think it was more. It was so. I don't use Spotify, but I now understand that it was probably about people who were like, it was using data from like a certain point in the year to another point in the year, and it didn't necessarily, like, they were mad about what it reflected.
Yeah, it was a really weird one this year.
It was a little bit weird.
It was very clear there was some AI help.
Yeah. But my asshole brain just wants to be like, what do you mean your Spotify rap sucked? That's the shit you listened to, you asshole, for the last fucking year. Why are you mad?
Spotify Wrapped is something that you talk about a lot if you're proud of it, and then like if you're not proud of it, then you're just like, oh, what the hell?
I don't got that.
Is my music bad? My taste that bad?
Like, I'm okay with like the fact that my YouTube end of year thing, or YouTube Rewind, whatever, is mostly Minecraft, because like I know that most of the music I played was idly playing in the background of my life.
Yeah.
But anyway, I just want to say that people were mad about their Wrapped, and it's just like, get bent. It's your Wrapped.
It's your Wrapped.
It's your music.
Hey,
it's your taste.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
Yep. Well, and that's a wrap on this segment, guys.
Yes.
We're gonna get into.
I also am listening to a lot of Christmas music, obviously.
Right.
And just wrap that up. I'm listening to a lot of Charlie Brown music, you know, like that's just wonderful jazz music. Like we covered last year, you know. Yeah,
it might shoot up to our number one episode. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's going to keep on doing numbers, but that one has been rising. But
Christmas season.
Yeah, so we're going to be getting into let's set the stage a little bit. We have the John Denver and the Muppets Christmas Together from 1979. Now, the Muppets had already, had a lot of stuff going by this point. A couple big hits.
The Muppet Show.
I believe the Muppet Show had already been going.
Muppet movie.
There's several Muppet movies probably by this point.
I think they took Manhattan, or was that the 80s?
I think that was after this. I want to say
that
that's
was after this.
Sesame Street was out by this point too.
Yes,
so they had that.
Of course.
They started
first.
Yeah,
because
that's a crossover market to be like, okay, well, we'll get the people watching the children. Over to the family show.
Best part. One of the best parts of the Muppet movie is when they're driving and they see Big Bird on the side of the road. And you want to come with us? We're going to Hollywood. He's like, "Nah, I'm going to New York. I'm breaking into public television."
Yeah.
Beautiful moment. Just a beautiful hidden gem.
So. Yeah. This is like the golden age of Muppets.
Puppetry.
I definitely grew up with a lot of Muppet stuff.
Absolutely.
What about you, Nate? Were you into Muppets in your family at all?
I think my family was like Muppet agnostic.
Okay. Indifferent.
We didn't necessarily seek out the Muppets, but we did enjoy some of the Muppets. I like
Muppet
Muppet
Christmas
Treasure
Carol.
Island and Muppet Christmas Carol
Those
the most.
those two, I think, maybe
and that's
are the
because
top
that's
tier.
maybe a generational thing for me, but
Yeah,
dude,
I do
Tim
feel like those
Curry
are S tier.
and Michael Caine are goats
Ugh.
of British
They're actual
theater
goats.
and
Well, you know,
cinema and
They climb up
Muppetry.
mountains.
Well, you know what's great about the Muppets
No.
Christmas Carol is that was actually like the last production that Jim Henson like signed off on and was part of. He like died before it was like released.
Oh yeah,
You know, but
that's
that was
right.
like the last thing that he was a part of, and that's just a beautiful thing.
I wouldn't know Bob Marley, to be honest, if it
Man,
weren't
love
for
this.
fucking Muppet Treasure Island.
Dude, I'm so, yeah.
Because of
me-
the end where it's like, we're jamming. Hope you like jamming too. Yeah. Like it was like, what is that song? And then you go look it up on fucking LimeWire or Napster or
Yeah,
Kazaa
right,
when you're
yeah.
13 in 2003.
Yeah. So yeah, I will say that this is definitely not up to that level. You know what I mean? Those are like some of the stuff we're talking about, like especially Muppet Treasure Island, and you know, I mean, I don't want to shit talk this thing
But-
we're about to talk about.
I mean, this
But-
is right up there with the
John
Muppet
Denver
Show.
and
This is
Muppet
right up there.
Christmas
Yeah,
ran so that Muppet Christmas Carol could fly.
that's
Well-
yes, exactly.
What's crazy about all the Muppet stuff is that it's all on the same level. There's stuff that has more popularity, but it's all, if you watch all of it, it's all on the same, especially like into the 90s. Like,
Yeah.
you could talk, although I did love the Muppet movie with Gonzo.
Oh, the
I
space
was,
one.
oh,
yeah,
yeah.
That was
I
like
was
that was one of
Muppets
my
in
favorites
Space.
too.
I was
Yeah,
a
I
big
watched that
fan
a
of that.
lot when I was a kid.
Generational thing though, again. But,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that was a wonderful film.
Yeah, I think I probably watched that one more than any of them, if I'm being
I
honest.
had the VHS.
Because Gonzo was my guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we have this Muppets thing. We're also hearkening back to an age of Christmas specials that, were every year there was some kind of variety show Christmas special thing or multiple coming out. And so it's something that we do every now and again still. Every now and again, like Netflix will do like a Valentine's Day or holiday. They got a Sabrina Carpenter
Netflix,
holiday
actually,
special
yeah.
coming out. But like this used to be like a just an occurrence that, back when there was a kind of a unified culture that everyone,
And like 6 stations to watch.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
exactly.
all
6
across the
stations to
country.
watch.
4,
like you
3,
got
3,
they
4.
tried to cram all of the entertainment they could into these variety show things. This is like kind of in that vein. It's not a variety show per se. They're mostly just having like a SNL style Christmas thing and singing some songs as they go. So what they start though with is the 12 Days of Christmas.
Literally the opener.
Yeah, we have covered this on the show, of course. We did a Christmas special last year where we covered the 12 Days of Christmas. So here is their rendition.
Day of Christmas, 9 ladies dancing,
8 maids a milking, 7 swans a swimming,
6 geese a laying,
5 gold rings, ba-dum-bum-bum,
4 calling birds,
3 French hens, 2 turtle doves,
and a partridge in a pear tree.
Yep. You've all heard it. This one I think is probably like
Gotta love
probably the
that.
most popular one on this album
well, I was
because
gonna
I've heard
say,
this
'cause-
before and I don't
yeah,
think
yeah.
I've heard any of the other ones.
Like that Miss Piggy 5 golden rings.
Well, she just says gold too. It's just
Oh,
5
yeah.
gold rings. Like she does it her own way, It's
Right.
like
I feel like this rendition has a certain sauce to it, which I think comes from the fact that Jim Henson created all these different Muppet characters.
yeah, you get
and
to hear
so
a
you're
little bit
able
of
to
each
have
character.
them all have, and
Yeah.
then they're all attributed to a different gift.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like Miss Piggy is like 5 gold rings. Would any of the men in the room like to give me at least one of them? You know, like
Right, yes, yeah. I forget how
That's-
desperate she is.
yeah, and
but yeah.
she's great though. She's
Yeah.
I mean, I would
She's
Well,
a,
you
I
know,
probably would have put a ring on
she's
it.
a
to be
cougar for
honest.
sure. You know?
what's crazy is
She's a pig, but she's
Yeah.
a cougar.
like all these Muppets are like done, especially in the like these days, you know, like we're like the golden age of like the Muppets. We're like talking about like 3 guys.
Yeah, no, that
You
it
know,
is surprising.
It's
like, yeah,
it's
how
like Jim Henson, Dave Goles, and there's
Frank Oz?
Frank Oz.
Yeah, Frank Oz in
So
there.
he was Yoda, right?
Yoda
There
and
might even be like one
Yoda,
other
and
person.
is Yoda. Is he Kermit too?
No.
Okay,
There's
no.
Kermit
No, I
is,
think isn't Jim Henson?
Jim Henson.
Jim Henson was
Kermit.
Okay.
Jim Henson is Kermit. If you hear him talk, there's a wonderful documentary on Disney Plus, by the way. But if you hear him talk, he sounds
Kermit
he
is Jim
Kermit.
Henson.
I lost
Yeah.
my access to Disney Plus.
This might sound kind of like a weird. I don't know how to describe
Thank
it.
you,
but I
Jake,
feel
We'll
like-
watch
for-
it one day.
Hold on.
Anyway.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Jake,
you're
for
right.
all of the Disney Plus time that you gave me by letting me sign into your Disney Plus account. It has lapsed, and I am no longer able to get into it because I am not in your family.
Mhm.
But I thank you for all the times
Adoption.
I was able to watch stuff. Anyway, what were we talking about?
Well, I was saying how I was about to say how I feel like Kermit is sort of like he's in universe, but he's sort of Jim Henson's way of fourth walling
Mhm.
commentary on the greater Muppet.
That's true. Yeah,
Muppet
he is.
verse.
He is Jim Henson.
Yeah,
He's
he
like
is
the-
Jim Henson's
he's like the Deadpool.
avatar within the.
He's like the Deadpool of the Muppets.
Yeah,
That's why he's
Yeah.
the boss.
Yeah.
yeah.
Everyone
He's-
looks to Kermit. That's
Yeah.
everyone looked to
That's
Jim.
true. They do like follow, like
Jim
he-
had a
he's got
wonderful
the-
team.
Yeah, I do love that the leader is like the small, humble guy. Like I always enjoyed that about their whole setup. You know,
Well, that was always Jim, though.
yeah.
Jim was Kermit.
But I will say one thing. You
Kermit
know,
was Jim.
Kermit is incredibly depressed all the time.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
that was Jim.
Like I know that's
His
kind of his
wife would
character's.
say the same
That's
shit.
kind of his character's bit
Yeah,
or whatever.
it's
But
just a little green.
it's just, yeah, right.
God, I love it.
But
He's just trying to get over the rainbow, you know.
one thing I want to talk about though about the 12 Days of
Why he
Christmas.
spread so much love.
I learned a lot about the 12 Days of Christmas this time, and I'm just going to dump some information on you guys so you can share it with your family.
Information dump.
Christmas. We got the first of all, it originates the 12 Days of Christmas goes back to the like. Okay, it stopped. Good. The thousands. So like, oh shit again. Oh no.
Oh no!
no!
No, we need a rag. We got a
shit.
rag?
Oh no.
Do we have a rag?
We need a rag.
All right, we're
This
good.
is the kind of thing you get to witness when you watch the live show,
Yes.
and
Most of this will be cut out.
eventually, if we build up an audience, this
Oh.
live show may be
I do
behind
like.
a paywall. So
I like you try to christen the couch almost every episode now.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, I'll continue to describe the 12 Days of Christmas while we're doing this. So it started in France and French and England origin around the 1000s. They were, oh, did your earphone thing come off? Shit. But yeah, it's been around for a long time. The 12 Days of Christmas start on Christmas Day. All right. That's when the first day of the 12
I
Days of
did
Christmas.
not know that.
Yes, that's something I learned that I didn't know either. There's the first 7 days basically are birds, variations of birds that I would assume that they eat during Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
The French hen just meant foreign bird. French was just kind of saying that it's not from England, because in France they sometimes say that it is an English bird. And then the golden rings they think might be the ringed pheasant, collie bird, blackbird. That's actually a blackbird. And yeah, it's a Stone Cold classic.
It's
They're
one
crazy
of the
about them birds.
classics.
Turducken.
I always thought it was a British song.
It's mostly like sung in Britain, but it's British and French kind of origin.
Well, they're right
They
next.
showed
to
up
each
around the
other,
same
so.
time. Yeah.
I
All
always-
right.
I always
Well,
think Brits and French.
hey Doge, there's not a lot of room here, Doge. I'm sorry.
I always think Brits and French were just like relatives at one point, and they said,
Pretty
"Fuck
much.
you."
Yeah,
And
pretty much.
And they've just been at war with each other ever since.
All right,
Anyways,
well, I'm gonna move right along because I'm just completely kerfuffled. This next track,
was a kerfuffle.
that was
The
a big
Kerfuffle
kerfuffle.
podcast.
Yeah,
Gotta love live, just like Saturday Night Live.
it's Father's Day Live.
Right.
Wacky.
That's right.
All right, so then we
Live
can move
from
on
Brad's
to
room.
Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. They haven't quite set up a plot yet in the actual special for this song. They did kind of like do 2 songs, just hard cold open to them, and then they get to the plot. But here's Have Yourself a Very Little Christmas.
A very little Christmas.
Little Christmas.
Have yourself a really tiny Christmas. All right.
Have yourself
Little bit.
That's nice. Through the years we all will be together, if the fates allow. Hang a shining star upon the highest bough.
Oh yeah, this one's actually like I want to say 20 minutes into the special,
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah.
Once again, great
Well,
use of the characters
Yeah.
that are
Apollo, bud, you gotta go lie down. Sorry.
I mean, yeah, he's cute though, but that's why I was like not
Oh,
giving a
no.
shit.
It's just,
But no, these characters became like he basically introduced all these characters in like what the late '60s. They become like
think so.
instantly iconic.
Yeah, like that's the thing about them.
It's like
They're
when
so-
McDonald's makes Grimace
Well,
and fucking
it's
Ronald
like-
McDonald. Like every kid knows what that is now.
it's
Yeah.
because
The
it's
Hamburglar?
crazy.
The Hamburglar. Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
the evolution
Fry
of
Guys.
puppets that nobody asked for.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, and it's a really humanization of puppets. Like everybody loves Sesame Street.
Well, yeah, like I don't know if anyone's ever gonna.
Like, most people love the fucking Muppets.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone's ever gonna do it like that. You know what I mean?
I know,
because
and
like people
it's
have
like
like
you can't go beyond this with.
well, people have like replicated the
Muppets.
style of it. Like
Mhm.
you know, Crank Yankers, you know, infamously, you know, had some of the Muppet style.
Mhm.
But like you know, so it's been they've mocked the style, but you cannot mock the heart, or you can't you know replicate
can't
the heart
remake
of
that.
Muppets. You know,
No,
um,
Jim Henson was the heart.
hold on, Nate, can you let him out?
yeah, he wants to.
I think he wants to get out of
I
there.
got it. I got
Okay, thank you. I'll try not to spill it. But yeah, that one had a Ralph, the Muppet dog. One of my favorite Muppets, hands down. Paula, go lay down, bud. Go lay down. We love you. Go lay down.
Ralph is one.
I don't
of
want
my
to hear the comments, people. Sorry.
Ralph the dog Muppet is also one of my favorites.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's
we made the dog leave the room so we could talk about the dog Muppet.
yeah.
You really want to talk about the dog
I
in
mean,
the room,
to
huh?
be fair,
I don't
he
want him to get
nearly stepped
jealous.
on my balls on the way out, but it's fine.
Yeah, he does that.
He's
yeah.
fine. He's
Yeah.
adorable.
Really good at that.
Yeah.
He's the best pupper in
He's
the
a-
world.
He's a
is
good
what he
pupper.
is.
He's a good pupper. Much like
Right.
Ralph. This
Right.
Ralph, you looked it up, was Jim Henson.
Yes.
Really, really enjoyed this rendition of Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas.
Well,
Originally sung by Judy Garland, this track. Yeah. Not written
Judy
by her,
Garland.
but
I did not know
sung by her.
that.
Judy,
Yeah, yeah.
Judy.
Oh my gosh! Did you,
In-
side note:
New Orleans something with Orleans in it. Some famous old movie.
Did
Oh,
you know or forget that her daughter is Liza Minnelli?
no one.
Oh, right. Yeah, I keep on...
The other day,
Like, I
had
remember
that
watching
conversation
Arrested
with my
Development.
Fiance, yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Judy Garland. What?
Yeah.
Go ahead,
well,
John.
I was gonna say, like, this is what's really cool about this track is that, the John Denver actually like appeared on the Muppet Show first as a guest,
Oh, okay.
and then
That's right.
that's how he met Jim Henson, and
Yeah.
then those two just kind of started a lifelong
Yeah.
friendship. That's why John Denver's done so much stuff because I think there's at least another special.
Yeah,
in the 80s, you know, like, and he really him and Jim really got along really well.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I've only seen like a couple episodes of the like, you know, Muppets show or whatever.
Oh,
know,
dude,
but,
it's on Disney Plus. It's great.
oh, don't remind
The
me.
music stuff is wonderful.
Yeah.
The music skits.
Yeah. But yeah, I again, this is a great track. The Judy Garland track, of course, is classic. Top tier Christmas tune, in my opinion. And it's just so sweet, you know? It's just a simple, sweet message. And I do like this one, the Peace Carol. Here's a little bit of that.
There's the bright holly, the dove that rests in yonder tree, the light that shines for all to see, the peace of Christmas Day, the hope that has slumbered for 2,000 years.
For 2,000 years.
that part just now that we heard before, in particular, makes me think of Neil Young and for 2,000 years.
Yes.
Yeah, it has his voice to it.
You're right.
A little bit. I do like the Christmas with the country twang. I do like that.
Yeah.
And I like this old, the old feeling to it. John Denver is truly a legend.
He's truly a legend.
Well, I mean,
but
like Jim Henson too,
his
like
talent.
John Colorado.
Like he was
Wasted
part
in
of the
some ways.
music, you know. Like he I mean, like listen to
So wait, what is his like big hit? I can't like. He's one of those artists like I can't just think of a hit when I think
are
of.
we talking about Jim Henson?
John Denver.
Oh, Rocky Mountain High, Colorado.
Okay.
Take me home, country road.
But he didn't write that one though.
No,
he just
wrote
played
all that shit.
Take Me Home, Country Road.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
John Denver.
Denver.
That's his.
Oh, you know.
He was a
we
writer.
must have. I think we did cover him
shit.
on side B. We must have talked about that song.
Country Road.
Yeah.
Take me home. And it was funny because like
West Virginia. That's right, because we didn't have a West Virginia album.
When he's saying West Virginia in that song, by the way, he's talking about the western part of Virginia, not the state.
Oh,
right.
Interesting.
Because he's talking about a certain part of,
Okay.
He mentions Shenandoah Valley or something like that.
Right.
That's
He's very
in
specific.
Virginia specifically, so.
Okay. I'm starting to remember.
That song was merged into like two other big country hits, like for like the CMA's like 50th anniversary.
Oh yeah, that's one of those country
really
songs
like,
that is just, you know, instant classic.
He is he's big.
He's a big dude.
And even though he's just country,
he's big as those.
But he's so pure. But
big as
he's
those
not.
glasses you wear.
And that's why he just like he really crossed a lot of genres too. You know.
Yeah.
Even with his simple country music, a lot of people listen to him.
Mm-hmm. So this one, I mentioned this during the watch through, but it's written by the Beers family. There was a family that did a Christmas album, and this is, you know, one of the tracks they used. The next song is like attributed to the Beers family on Wikipedia, but as far as I can tell from our research, it's not connected to them at all. But
okay,
Wikipedia guy, whoever you are, get on it, please.
Citations needed.
Yeah, I did notice a few like mistakes in this Wikipedia page actually, so it's not well cited, this one.
That's sad.
But I'd be glad to tell you all the corrections that need to be made. But yeah, this one I'm reminded of you know, just when it comes to like, you know, the Christmas Peace or whatever, the name of the track, the Peace Carol. I am immediately reminded of the World War I armistice, the Christmas armistice thing, where, you know, they all, like the German soldiers and the English soldiers, you know, stopped fighting for a day. And
there was an armistice, and they decided to meet up, or they didn't decide to. This just happened spontaneously. Like
Yeah.
they all on Christmas Day
Yeah.
had a similar tradition, and they met with like candles at the
Yeah.
middle of their trenches
Yeah. Yeah.
line.
Yeah,
It was
that's
like
what
one of
started
the-
that song.
Yeah.
And, like sang together, even though they were
Yeah.
in different languages.
Yeah.
It's Christmas.
But yeah, I'm just
Christmas
reminded
is
of that
we need that as
moment.
a, you know.
I mean, and the soldiers too, of course, are both oppressed by the ruling classes
Well, that's
of
what
their
the-
own separate nations.
Well, yeah, that's what was the
Right.
beautiful part of it. It was like
Yeah.
it's not like their like
Not to
superiors
get
were
all
like
Marxist on your asses,
you guys
but
are
that's
like
me. Yeah,
it's not like their superiors are like, oh, you guys can hang out today. They were like, you know what? Fuck
Christmas.
all the superiors
Fuck
today.
this
We're all
shit. I
we're gonna
need one
hang.
day.
Right.
Yeah, I need a fucking
I need
day
one
off of
day.
these goddamn trenches. Shit. But yeah, so that's what I'm reminded of. And we were talking about this a little bit. But yeah, this does come from a time where, you know, they're telling the Christian Christmas story, and there's a lot of mention of 2,000 years, and you know, they're not like, you know, too in your face about it, but it definitely, you know, there's a few times where it kind of is reminiscent of being in church on Christmas morning and hearing the tale again, you know.
Dude, I watched so many Christmas movies, man. I love
I know, yeah, and I'm a pastor's
like-
kid, and I've heard this story many
watched-
times. But yeah, so this I really enjoy this
It's
track,
a really
and then we
good
get
story.
Christmas is Coming.
If you haven't got a penny, I haven't got a penny. If you haven't got a penny, you got this. If you haven't got a penny, you got this. If you haven't got a penny, you got this. If you haven't got a penny, God bless you. If you haven't got a penny, then God bless you. If you haven't got the penny,
Miss Piggy, we're finished.
Oh, I knew that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's another old traditional one that goes back to, I think it was the 1800s. And I was doing my research on that one. So yeah, I believe it's Netherlands origin. I might be wrong. I didn't take good notes for this episode.
No, you just say you did, but
I-
those notes
I-
got washed away.
Well, yeah. Oh, that's what happened. The good notes got.
There's a lot of those
washed
weird
away.
things, though. Like earlier, I mentioned in Dolce Jubilo, and I won't go back into that, but because you could probably just like insert thing from earlier. But
Right.
also
I'll
like
definitely do
Green
that.
Sleeves.
Oh,
Like,
Green Sleeves.
Green
Yeah.
Sleeves was just like a thing that fucking King Henry VIII apparently wrote on a little ditty that he wrote for.
I mean, King Henry VIII's friend.
Yeah,
A
his-
random
his
whoever
bard.
friend that he never ever gave credit.
Yeah, his in-house music producer.
Yeah.
Those
Like,
muse-
produce for me the
He's like, that sounds
chillest
really
beat
cool.
for Christmas.
That's mine now.
Yeah.
You're my muse.
No,
Yeah.
but I just think it's interesting
Green
how
Sleeves.
like I don't think it was intended for Christmas, and it becomes this like Christmas thing.
Yeah. There are certain things that like just pre-existed and then
Right.
kind of just feel like winter and kind of just get included.
Well, again,
you know?
like, you know, when you listen to stuff like this, like I've been thinking about it a lot, listening
Yeah.
to Christmas music,
yeah,
how culture is so important in that too. And we all grew up in an age where Christmas was just really important, and snow and
Yeah.
you know, the goodwill that kind of happens, you know. It's just it just all kind of all points like north.
Well, it's
you
a
know,
great
this time of year.
it's a
So,
great excuse to, you know, get together inside, you know, in the cold season and, you know, forget about the fact that it's the cold season. You know what I mean? And one thing I did learn, you know, doing research is, I mean, I guess I didn't realize like how connected to England Christmas is.
Oh my god.
Like
Oh my
it really is like
Yeah.
an English holiday more than anything. Like, I mean, it is celebrated in France, you know, obviously they, you know,
Well, when you say Christmas, like you're meaning like our version of because
Yeah.
there's also the Eastern Orthodox, which celebrate it on January 7th.
well, yeah, that would,
Yeah.
because that would be one of the last days of Christmas, I think, of the 12.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
also, and I also think that it's I also think that it has to do with the fact that the calendar used to be a couple weeks behind.
Oh yeah, there is part of that. Part of that is
the non-use of the Gregorian.
they're like
calendar
still
for a long
figuring
time.
it out.
There's something there about the reason why. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. No, I did read a little bit about that.
But there's very few
part of the 12
cultures that I
days.
think. There's very few cultures like the UK and the US that celebrate it in this commercialized way.
Well, no. Like
Well, the UK,
you always
more
have
and more
to-
I was gonna say
now.
the UK is less commercialized, I think.
Okay.
Than because like when you watch like a UK Christmas special, it really is about just straight up goodwill and like it's
Peace
it's
toward
not about
men
presents
and women
usually,
and
you know.
chickens and,
It's more about family and gifts. But like yeah, America definitely, of course, we have our consumerist like twist to it.
Well, what
but-
you have to remember is like our basic like spinal structure is in English.
Well, yeah,
and
we're
kind of
an
French.
English
So it's, like,
colony at the
spinal
end of the day.
structure,
you know?
like at the end of the day. But we've created this like really Americanized multi-faceted version of Christmas.
Well, I was gonna say one more.
That is our own.
Yeah, I was gonna say one more thing though about the English thing. Like the fact that English is one of the places that celebrates it the most and the furthest back makes sense because it comes from pagan traditions, which they would have been practicing in earlier England. So
yeah, and then they were forced to change because of the Roman Empire.
Yeah. Well, and so yeah, I learned a lot about Christmas this time around.
Speaking of Holy Roman Empire, what about the
baby?
Baby Just Like You.
I was gonna say you're about to announce the song,
which
right?
has nothing to do with.
Well, here's a baby just like you. What baby are they talking about? No idea.
And
here we go.
It's just a wish, a dream I've told from days when I was young. Merry Christmas, little Zachary. Merry Christmas, everyone. Merry Christmas, little Zachary.
All right, when you put that out of context, it made me think of like, could this be a B-side from The Wall? It had a weird Roger Waters quality to it.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, he's got a couple of weird sing-songy.
The Wall.
Yeah.
Well, it was like echoey and ethereal for a second there too.
Yeah. And Zachary, by the way, is his adopted son. So he it's from his first marriage. So he wanted to give a little shout out to his son on the Muppets special. I thought that was nice.
Good man.
From his marriage with Anne Martell. And this is the first one on the soundtrack, at least, that is written by John Denver. The past four that we listened to were others, just old standards. It's a very, the lyrics are very like, peaceful, love on earth, like hippie stuff, which I like, he's let me see if I can pull some of those up. Merry Christmas, little Zachary. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Thank you.
Baby just like you. This is totally going to be worth it, guys.
Worth it.
Always
The
is.
Christmas time when I was young, the magic and the wonder, but colors dull and candles dim, and my dark standing under.
Huh. Is this the right track? Oh, right. I like this. This is the line. That I've come with my gift too. That peace on earth fills up your time. That brotherhood surrounds you. That you may know the warmth of love and wrap it all around you. I just like that declaration. His gift is this declaration of really nice things.
These words are a warm blanket.
These words, these are good words, and that's my gifts to you. All right. Anyway, here's Deck the Halls.
Deck the halls with boughs of holly.
La la la.
Here's the season to be jolly.
La 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 la.
Dun,
La 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 la.
All right.
Everyone loves Deck the Halls.
Deck the Halls
It's
is
one of
fun.
Oh.
Yeah.
Everybody loves
It's
Deck
a
the Halls.
classic.
It's one of the best
It's
Christmas
classic.
songs. It's
You're gonna-
classic.
One of the
Christmas
best Christmas songs.
Ever.
Ever.
There's never-
You gotta play Deck the Halls.
Wait,
I mean,
now-
come
Now
on.
you make you want to do a comic book, comic book guy. Best Christmas song ever. That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
That guy's fun.
yeah.
Deck the Halls. What do we even have to say? It's
I
from
mean,
it's
it's
from the
Deck the
1700s. Did you guys
Halls.
know that? This one goes way back.
Yeah.
You know. There's
Probably
no
a British song too.
yeah, definitely. Deck
This
the
is
Halls.
definitely the song that comes on when your mom is like, "Time to decorate the house," because that's what they were also
Oh my
thinking when
God.
they sang the song
Huh.
at the time of like,
Yeah, I guess the song
deck
is
the boughs,
yeah.
deck the halls with boughs of holly. They're
Yeah.
putting all
Right.
this.
Just running through the house with like
I
holly.
think what's
like,
happening
or
is
like,
it's
you know,
winter
like
and it's
wreath.
dark outside, and
You
they're
know,
like,
you're just like covering
Yeah.
everything. You're like,
you go and gather like the evergreens and just like
Yeah.
put them around your shit, and
Yeah.
then it looks more
Yeah.
alive and lively.
Yeah, 'cause everything's
Happy
dead outside.
holiday.
Yeah, and there's snow everywhere.
Yeah. And you're just hoping, just praying that you'll live through the winter.
Yeah,
Because it's not guaranteed at that point.
yeah.
I can see why they were like celebrating. They're like, this could anyone just remember, for any of us, this could be our last winter. Like
'Tis the season to be
that's true for
jolly.
any of us.
Yeah,
Honestly.
'tis the season to be jolly is a little bit of a ableist threat in a way of like, oh, you got seasonal affective disorder. Oh, you don't like the winter. Well, suck it up,
Suck it
buttercup.
up.
You
Be
gotta
jolly.
be jolly,
Be
motherfucker.
jolly, motherfucker. This is the season to be jolly.
I mean,
Be
what
happy
is
and be giving?
what is a Christmas Carol if not a town full of people gaslighting a depressed old man?
Yeah.
Like
Well, listen. The point of a Christmas Carol is that they're depressing and gaslighting the right man, though.
Yeah.
This man has millions of dollars sitting in his
that's
gold
true.
tank
That's true. He is
that
a
he's
millionaire. I
not
don't care.
using because
I don't care if
Andy's
he's
going
depressed.
home,
You're right.
and he's not living like a rich
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
He's going home and like burning one log to warm him up just enough
Yeah, dude.
so he can eat his food.
The
you
kind
know?
the
Like,
kind of shit he's on, man.
yeah,
might get a visit
what are
from
you gonna do
Luigi.
with that? You don't have any family left. What are you gonna do with that? You need to do something with that.
Okay. By the way,
Anyways, I'm sorry.
speaking
I'm
of all this
sorry.
morbid
That's my
stuff, though,
thing about the
this is a Christmas song about death. This is when the river meets the sea.
When the river meets the sea,
Like a flower that is blossomed in the dry and barren sand, we are born and born again, most graceful.
Yeah.
All I gotta say is, when the river meets the sea, Palestine will be free.
Yeah.
yeah.
Free Palestine.
That's
Um,
my cute.
No, I'm not trying to get all political at all. I just,
yeah.
But no,
Yeah. Yeah.
the title just screamed to me that I had to be.
No, well,
because
yeah, that's like part of the
it's basically
like,
almost
the
that
slogan,
entire-
right? Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. There's stuff to read into there.
Shout.
If you think it's offensive,
Let it
both
all-
sides use it.
These are the things I can
that's-
do
yeah.
with that. Is that your favorite Christmas tune, Dave?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, shout.
Shout.
My favorite Christmas movie is
Oh.
excuse me, Batman Returns.
Oh yeah, that's right. There's Batman Returns. There's Die Hard. There's
Yeah. What
Die
else?
Hard's Die Hard's kind of played out at this point for
What's
a
another
Christmas
good
movie.
Christmas movie?
Iron Man 3. Iron Man 3 is a
3
Christmas movie.
Okay.
It is a Christmas movie. You're gonna have to move in a second, Apollo, unless you're gonna talk. You have something to say? You have something to say? No, he doesn't have something to say.
You're
I'm
a
sorry.
dog.
All right. So this track is about death, though. as our souls are taught to fly, as our souls will leave this land most peacefully, though our minds be filled with questions, in our hearts will understand when the river meets the sea. So it's like it's got a real like walking into the ocean kind of vibe. This track,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And it's about it's about the peaceful transition into death and stuff. But I do gotta say, I think it's a strange inclusion in these tracks. Okay, Paul, you guys.
It's not like they ran out of Christmas songs.
Yeah, no. Like there's more Christmas tracks on the actual special. Like this isn't on the special, I don't think. I don't remember hearing this track.
Kickbacks.
Yeah.
From Big Christmas.
But yeah, it's I mean, it's like I don't know. I guess it's a nice tune. Like this was actually also sang on the what was it? It was sang on Jimmy Kimmel, I think. And it's usually sung by Robin the Frog. And it was oh yeah, that's right. This is the one that was from an earlier Muppet Christmas special, Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas. So this is the only one that was from a different Muppets project, and wound up on this. But yeah, that's the one of the few Christmas songs about death that I know of.
Yeah.
But yeah, here's Little Saint Nick. Here's track 8.
It's Little Saint Nick. Little Saint Nick. Run, run, reindeer. 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 He's hauling through the snow at a frightening speed with a half a dozen deer.
Can you guys guess who that song is covering? That's a cover.
Little Beach Boy cover, huh?
That's a Beach Boy song.
Okay.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep. That's a Beach Boy song. Yeah, you really can tell. They're definitely putting it. They're definitely putting in there.
There's nothing.
Like that's like Brian Wilson all the way.
Yep.
Oh, and it's kind of a fun track because it's like it's a play on the old like they had a lot of songs about cars. They had like Little Deuce Coupe. They had huh? Oh yeah, he's got a lot of he sheds a lot of hair. Yeah. But yeah, it's a car song about his sleigh. It's kind of cool actually. Like instead, like it's like a song that would normally be about singing about a cool car. They're instead singing about Little Saint Nick and his badass sleigh.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of the same feel of "Run, Run, Rudolph, Santa's gonna make it to town."
Yeah.
Oh yeah, who's that? Who's that by?
I don't remember.
Twisted Sister or something?
Chuck
no.
Berry at first.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Like Chuck Berry.
Okay.
That is
Okay.
I
Chuck
was just
Berry.
doing my own.
Okay.
No,
My own
that
rendition.
is Run, Run, Rudolph.
To be honest,
Santa's
I always
gonna
feel like
make it to town.
In my own
Okay.
opinion, I feel
Yeah,
like
no,
that's a
that's-
good one
that's
that
very much Chuck
AC/DC
Berry.
should cover because I
Yeah.
feel like they would do a good version of that.
But yeah, I love this little section here. Just a little bobsled, we call it Saint Nick, but she'll walk a toboggan with a 4-speed stick. She's candy apple red with a ski for a wheel, and when Santa hits the gas man, just watch her peel. Just like
Peel Daddy-O.
it's just so cool. I don't know. And I love, of course I chose the part that I chose because it had animal. We got a bit of Dr. Teeth at the end here. We got their whole group. What was their group called again? Dr. Teeth and the
Electric Mayhem.
The Electric Mayhem. That's right. Yeah.
Dr. T.
And they were like a big part of the first Muppet movie, right? Like they were.
Yes.
Yeah, like I feel like they
found them in
never.
a church.
Yeah, they never really had a bigger role
It's
after
really
that.
funny.
But like,
They found them in a church, and then they gave them the script to read, so they knew the story, and then they wound up coming at the end. That's the abridged version of their part of the movie, by the way. Sorry for spoilers, but
so yeah, spoilers
really
for
funny.
this
That
40
is
or
what-
50-year-old
that is what
movie.
happens.
Yeah. That's hilarious. But yeah, that's a fun track. I enjoy some, we enjoy some Beach Boys on the album Concept Hour.
We've done it once or twice.
We've done it a couple times with our good friend Jim. This next track, we might as well just go all the way through. This next track is, does anybody want to take a break?
I'd take a smoke. You
want to take a little quick break?
Okay.
Okay. We'll take a quick break.
Back.
We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll be
like 5
listening
minutes
to Noel, Christmas Eve, 1913. So don't go anywhere. The album Concept Hour. All right, I'll get us back in the podcast. Here we go. Welcome back. We're back from our break. And we are here to finish off this discussion about John Denver and the Muppets.
Muppets.
A Christmas celebration. A Christmas Together, 1979. And
still
of course,
today, A Christmas Together for the album concept.
It is still all these years later, Christmas. Here is Noel, Christmas Eve, 1913.
Then sped my thoughts to olden times, to that first of Christmases, when shepherds who were watching heard music in the fields.
Man, 111 years later.
You know why Jim Henson fell in love with this man. Like, he was just like they got along on so many levels, and then he's just like, yeah, you can
sing on my show.
Message,
Yeah. That's a nice track. I do appreciate that track. This one is originating from a poem by a Robert Bridges. Obviously from 1913, Noel, Christmas Eve. This one feels pretty John Denver-y, I think that some of these songs, of course, just sound Christmassy because they're Christmas songs, but yeah, every now and again you can really hear the John Denver, and I think this is one of those tracks. Although he could be singing about a completely different guy, and I wouldn't know. But
no, he's pretty John Denver-y.
Yeah,
being John Denver. Yeah.
Let's see. And the shepherds who were watching heard music in the fields. They sat there and they marveled, and they knew that they could not tell whether it were angels or bright stars a singing. Okay. So yeah. Talking.
They saw some shit out in that field.
Yeah. They saw a big star. Maybe
they're just hanging out. They're chilling.
UFOs.
Probably having a little bonfire, something like that.
Sometimes. Yeah, I don't know.
They saw some shit,
Oh yeah, but yeah, we have to remember that this is a poem by some dude. So this is kind of just some observations.
It's just some dude.
This
right,
dude.
Of course.
Yeah. So I'm just seeing if there's any other lyrics I want to talk about.
Probably some dude who was just very holly and jolly at one point.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It's a good little rendition of an old tune.
An oldie but a goodie.
Oldie but a goodie. And then we get to The Christmas Wish.
Christmas is the time to come together, a time to put all differences aside. And I reach out my hand to the family.
I think he says family of man, maybe?
Oh, that's probably better.
Yeah.
Christmas Wish.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Family of men.
Yeah, this is where Kermit takes center stage.
Jim Henson just wanted everyone to peace and love.
Peace and love, everyone. Peace and love. The Ringo special.
Why aren't we just all helping each other?
Yeah.
Human nature fights against it.
Yeah.
This competition bullshit, man.
I mean, I do appreciate that about this season, or what it at least supposedly represents is it does encourage people to at least try to be nice, You know, it's
Listen,
like
there's
most of the
Humbug.
like I
Yeah.
said, man.
yeah.
There's a reason these are all organized together on the calendar. You
Yeah.
know, it's really supposed to encourage everyone to just
Mellow the fuck out.
just for a month and a half. You know, like
Yeah.
between,
Would you
like,
give it a
like,
rest,
literally
Billy?
like between like the middle of November and like the end.
Yeah.
Like middle of January.
It's
you know,
important
it's
in
By
this
mid-
time of love
Yeah.
to just say Luigi did nothing wrong.
Yeah, Luigi did nothing wrong, and you should,
Right.
in the Christmas season, by mid-January, you should be hibernating if you are a mammal. So,
Yeah.
I think that's why there's no celebrations after like New Year's and the end of the Christmas season.
Well,
It's
listen,
just-
there's got to be hard times too.
Everyone's
so
sleeping.
you get like 6 months of like hard shit before.
well, there's
you get some-
Valentine's Day, but you know,
Well, there's
They're
no
single,
real
like,
holidays though for
literally days.
like 6
St.
months.
Patrick's
you know?
Day.
I
Yeah.
mean, still though, you know,
Yeah.
like none of that's like let's take time off of work, you know, kind of shit. You know, like
yeah, you do get the most time off of work for Thanksgiving,
President's
Christmas,
Day.
and
Mhm.
New Year's. It is definitely all around most fields, unless you work in a place that sells toys or work at a Best Buy or something. Then yeah, it's not quite like that, but
It's not all peace and love.
it's not all peace and love.
but
It's not all
supposed to
Guns
be,
N' Roses.
man. Like it's supposed to be.
You should just
Jim
start saying
Henson
that
forever.
unironically to people, Nate. It's
That's
all
what-
Guns and Roses.
It's
Life's
not all a bed of roses, but it's probably the original.
no, it is Guns N' Roses. You
Life's
know,
not all
'cause it's
Guns
like,
N' Roses, but it is all Guns N' Roses.
but it's
Axel's a
either
real Grinch.
beautiful or it fucking sucks. That's Guns N'
Yeah.
Roses,
And it's
you know?
hard to hold a candle in the cold November rain.
Right.
So,
Right.
When you're waiting outside for gifts on Black Friday.
yeah.
Yeah.
Camping out.
You know, just waiting with Alfie, the Christmas tree, and his fucking
It's that
his
Best Buy in the
Carol
cold
for the Christmas
November
tree, and it's in Every One of Us medley. You know what I'm talking about, people.
Mhm.
The classic.
Oh, I actually have two parts for this one. Here is the this is one of those songs that has several sections. I've chosen two clips for this. Here is the first section where they're kind of setting the stage for the story of Alfie the Christmas tree.
Oh yeah.
Did you ever hear the story of the Christmas tree who just didn't want to change the show? He liked living in the woods and playing with squirrels. He liked icicles and snow. He liked wolves and eagles and grizzly bears and critters and creatures that crawl.
And not-
Why, bugs were some of his very best friends, spiders and ants and all.
And not being cut down.
That too. The bugs don't cut down shit. So that's nice. So yeah, it's
This really demonstrates John Denver's like storytelling though.
well, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know if he wrote it, but
I don't think he did, but
I'm
Um,
imagining his version of Dio where he's like wearing this like
I kind
hides and he's just like, "Holy diver, did you go to the mud creek to see the fawn dancing upon the lawn?"
of
Because he's like kind
Not
of
bad.
he has the same sort of, I don't know. He
Yeah.
sets a scene good. He's good at
Paints a
setting a
picture.
scene. Yeah,
I'm just trying to figure out.
almost heaven.
This is like a track that like is supposed to be a big story, but I never really read the lyrics and took it in. Let's see. Often he had dreams of tiny reindeer and jolly old man in his sleigh full of toys and presents and wonderful things on Story of the Christmas Day. Let's see. To him, there was more than a special time, more than a special day. It was more than a special story. It was more than a beautiful story. It was a special kind of way.
More than the feeling.
More than a feeling.
Oh, that's right. This is the song that kind of has the same message as "Do They Know It's Christmas?"
oh yeah.
I do gotta say, this is the one time that the like kind of Christian Christmas message like wears on me, because like
Yeah,
it's like, do people even know how to be good people if they don't know about Christmas and
Do
Jesus'
people
story
in
and stuff?
majority Muslim countries know that they are
Yeah.
worshiping the devil, essentially?
It's
Yeah.
a story of Christmas.
Yeah, I
Dude,
just
Do they
no,
know that Christmas
That's
is gonna go?
actually the terrible part about listening to that damn Christmas song.
that's what I mean. Like
Yeah.
there is a bit of that.
know it's Christmas? Do
Yeah,
they even
it's
fucking
very-
care?
Does it matter?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It has that like elitism or
They don't even know it's the time to give.
yeah, that assumption
Well,
that like people that don't have Christmas like
Maybe
just
they're too poor.
are
They
having
don't
a
have
bad
the,
time.
They don't.
Or they
Yeah, they're
don't
having a bad
know.
time, or they don't have the values, or they don't have an
Yeah.
actual holiday where they give
Yep.
anybody anything.
Yeah,
which
it's-
is
that's,
weird.
And then that's
a very
part of
strange-
their culture.
Yeah.
That's strange to us, but you know, that's
Well, it's a strange
Oh.
supposition that is made sometimes
Mhm.
that like, you know, people that don't have Christmas are like heathens. It's like, what? We don't have to do that, guys. But oh yeah, here's a little bit of the
Projected
last
FOMO.
yeah. Here's a little bit of the last section, which would be the "It's in Every One of Us" medley. Yeah, I like that ending. That's got like most of the Muppets involved in
Yeah.
in that song, or the medley at the end.
it's really nice.
Very sweet.
It's just
So when you're at Christmas
It's an
prayers
important-
this year, Alfie asked me if I'd ask you, say a prayer for the wind and the water and the woods and those who live there too. So
say a prayer
there
for
is
everybody.
I suppose there is a nice like a secular message at the end there, you know, talking about the woods and the animals.
He's really trying to say a prayer for everybody. you
yeah, yeah.
It's
Just
the druids.
the druids out there. These guys are pretty cool, you know. We got to give them
No
a shout
harm, no
out.
foul.
No harm, no foul. Throw one of your gods a tree or whatever. I don't care.
You
guys are
might
cool.
see him smoking a joint out in that clearing. You could ask him to join.
Yeah, just join, hang out, you know.
Christmas grass.
Piss on a tree, maybe give
Yeah.
a little of your blood for Satan. But that's fine.
What? I'm gonna have to play that back. I'm gonna have to play that back later. Find out what Nate was talking about.
Colorado.
I do gotta say, this next track, one of the goats of Christmas, one of the S tier tracks. We got Silent Night.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
I had to have a little bit of Gonzo in there, just a little.
Oh, that was
Right at the
that
end.
was a great
Yeah.
clip, bro.
Yeah, I love me Gonzo. Just straight up Muppets in space, one of the best. And
Well, you know-
that bear Muppet,
You
that
know,
was really fucking funny.
I
Anyway.
was gonna say, like, I really enjoy like the part of the track that you got to, because like that really brings me back to like the good parts of church.
Well, dude, I was
I
gonna
don't
say,
like church.
so
but,
okay.
like,
Do your churches then always end the Christmas ceremony
Oh,
with
yeah.
this?
Yep.
Okay. Do you do the candles?
for years.
Do you do the candles?
Yep,
Okay,
For
okay.
years. Catholic.
guys-
Yep. Oh,
and,
yeah.
and Dave and Nate, do you know what we're talking about at all?
Full church, by the way.
When
you
Two
say
people
the-
just standing in
The
the back.
candles.
Because this is a very quintessentially like Christian like experience.
Everybody
thing.
gets
Like,
everybody gets a candle,
yeah.
and you light it, and then like
No.
you do that, and then the priest walks out.
They
Yeah.
trust you all.
They
and,
shut the
like-
lights
and then it's
off,
like
and so just the candles are. It is actually like
part of the midnight mass shit.
like I don't
especially,
love all
like,
the ritual of church, but that's definitely one of those things that I
Yeah.
absolutely like.
It's the
As
good memories.
as I grow older,
you
it
know?
definitely is one of those things where like I'm a
You always-
pastor's
you-
kid, so like
You
every
always remember the
year
good shit.
we get
Yeah.
to play with fire for a couple
Yeah.
minutes. And then sing this song, and like that was the end
Man.
of the night, and then we would, get to
Oh,
go
yeah.
home, and wake up the next morning and open up presents.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Never did that.
Never
Yeah.
did that, but not a tradition of mine, but it's definitely something that I
totally
found to
part
be
of
like a fire hazard was
learning. Absolutely.
Well, learning also
Uh-huh.
about like the fire hazard that I learned about was people in Germany used to like put candles in the tree that they would bring indoors.
Oh yeah,
dude.
Yeah,
That's where Christmas
in this
lights
country,
go.
they still do
That's
this.
true.
There's people who still do that. Yeah. What?
just testing fate, dude.
Just I'm tempted.
Yeah,
Well, they're just trying to live out the ancient traditions.
I guess. Well, yeah, that's
Most
like
of
I
us
said.
just put Christmas lights in like normal people.
Put fire in the indoor plant that is slowly dying.
Yeah, well-
surely this will be okay.
Well, yeah, Christmas is definitely one of those like traditions that has so many
Well, that's
pagan things wrapped into it that that are part of the different
Wrap flammable
pieces.
tinsel around it.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So,
Let's go to bed full of roast turkey and let the candles die out. They'll be
let's-
fine.
let's just let them die out on the tree. That there shouldn't be any problems with that. Apparently that's why they used to have what is it? They would like put something in the candle that like when it would like melt to a certain point, it would like drop.
Well,
So
yeah,
like
you had to figure that out. Otherwise,
Yeah,
people's
yeah.
houses were burning.
yeah, they
every
would use
other
that as like
day.
an alarm clock basically. It was like you'd put like a pin in the candle
Or
or
you
something.
put like a penny or any sort of, if it's
Yeah.
a bigger candle, you can like, when they melt, they just, you hear that.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
the dedication that people had, though,
Yeah. To like not die.
to their tradition.
Put some gold coins in there.
No, you just figure
Like
it
I
out.
got like a 2 hours for a nap before I got to be at the church.
That's what it took.
Like-
Enough people were like, "This is burning down my house." No, you just got to figure it out, just like right there. So that's
Yeah,
what
yeah.
you do.
Yeah, you're doing it wrong.
You're just doing it wrong. Yeah. Oh man, but yeah. So I do like the story about that they tell in the middle of Silent Night. I had never known that story about
Oh,
the
yeah.
origins of the song, but yeah, it basically tells a story about this church that like their organ was like broken, so they wanted to still have like a festive Christmas, and so he wrote this tune that was all a cappella and not necessarily needing instrument accompaniment. They had their Christmas with this Silent Night, and I gotta imagine, like, that sounds magical. That does sound like if you were in the town that happened in, like, you'd never stop talking about it. Like, it would be like when fucking Mariah Carey's "All I Want for Christmas Is You" came out. You know what I mean? Like, it was the equivalent back then. But yeah, we end with, classic, Christmas song to end most anything. We wish you a Merry Christmas.
Wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Now bring us a figgy pudding. Now
Figgy pudding.
No, figgy pudding. It's made with figs
Oh, sorry.
and bacon.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
We won't go until we get some. We won't go.
Now, Piggy Pudding sounds like a great handle for Miss Piggy on OnlyFans. But
Oh, God.
damn it!
That's like a whole
That's
new subgenre.
that's a whole
yeah.
new subgenre. right
Little
there,
Miss
but
Piggy.
Yeah, Rule 34.
They said something about bacon, and they're like, "Oh, not piggy pudding." Yeah, piggy pudding. Yeah,
He wants to
that's-
eat that bacon, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Yes, the pig goes all
Gonzo.
the way home.
Gonzo style.
Gonzo
I
style.
Yeah.
That's because Gonzo be fucking everything. Anyways,
That's true, dude. The nose.
Merry Christmas.
I will say,
Yeah.
I would love to say that you again, your clip picking skills are on point. That is what we'd love to.
Yeah.
I
I did-
wish to all of you listeners,
Yeah.
by the way.
I love
and a happy
Gonzo.
holidays.
Yeah, I love Gonzo so much.
Happy holidays. Yeah.
Happy holidays, y'all. Now we gotta judge this thing.
Oh,
Before we get out
In
of here.
terms of its conceptness.
And so it is a Christmas album. So I mean, it does.
So it gets a point.
It comes in like already kind of loaded with a concept.
can we give it a mid 3?
Hold on, let me see if where is it? There it is.
I mean, I'd like to give it a high 3 or a low 4 personally, but like, I understand there might be some contention to that.
Well, I think that it. Go ahead, Brad.
No, you go ahead, Nate.
Oh, well, I was gonna say that I think that it does have a concept of like, okay, John Denver came to help the Muppets write a Christmas special.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you include the actual special with it, there is like a story going throughout. So
I mean, that's
I think that you're right. I think that it belongs in probably the 3 section. Yeah.
I would not give it a
3 or
5,
below,
and I would not give it a high 4. But anything lower than that, really. But like, you don't want to give it a D or a C. I don't think it deserves a C. Really.
What about the bottom of the B tier?
Yeah, I mean, that I'd be okay with that.
Yeah. Let's bring it. Hold on, I gotta scroll it.
And again, it's the Muppets, and that's a concept in itself. The Muppets, the anything Sesame Street, even.
Yeah.
You know?
And there was like a country twang to all of the John Denver based.
Of course.
Yeah, it
standards.
was like I enjoyed doing this. I enjoyed, revisiting the Muppets. Like, the Muppets are charming and just, I love the quick wit they have, and they're always like making those dumb little, pun jokes, and they're just everyone's having a good time. And
that's Jim Henson.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
Dude, no, I still think we should do the Muppets Christmas Carol for music movies tonight, personally.
Yeah. Oh well, one of these days, maybe one of these Christmases. Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll definitely have more Christmases.
We'll have many more.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah. But Well, John's heading out, but we're gonna head out too. Thank you all for joining us on this Christmas stream. And I know it's a little early, but the episode that we're going to be dropping will be a little closer to Christmas. But
yeah, so if you're seeing this in the future or listening to this in the future, thanks for
Merry Christmas.
Merry Crisis.
Criminy Limnus, Nate and Dave.
Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome, Dave. Memis. And a happy New Year.
The Album Concept Hour is Brad LeBaron, Dave Gallagher, and John Aker. Special thanks to King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard for the theme music. Join the discussion on our Discord, tweet to us at Album Concept Pod, or for everything else, go to Linktree/Flyover State Park. See you on Side B. This is Flyover State Park. You are clear to land.